Let's look how to navigate a speaking lesson. I'm going to go to my course, then scroll down. And we'll see the first speaking lesson here in week 1. I'll click and scroll down and click on this enter button to open a new window. When a new window opens, make sure you maximize the window, then scroll down so you can see the entire speaking area. Here we'll see some instructions, and on the left side this icon will show the navigation bar. Over here on the bottom right is the move forward to the next slide arrow. After reading these instructions, I'm going to click this arrow to move to the next slide. This slide asks us to play dialogue by clicking on these play buttons. We will then use the language in the next slides. For example,
"Hello, Ted. How are you?"
"Hi, Lisa. I'm good. How about you?"
"I'm great."
And you'll see here that certain parts of the dialogue are in red. We should study these, continue playing additional dialogue, and then progress to the next slide.
Do you two know each other?
No, we don't.
On this screen, we're going to fill in these text boxes with the text that we just heard in the last dialogue. For example, scroll down after completing all the text boxes, then click on this Check Answers button. And you'll see by highlighting these boxes, it'll tell you what the correct answer should have been. You can scroll down to see the rest of the answers, and when you're done, click on this arrow to progress to the next slide. You can click on this play audio button to start to hear the speaker.
"Hello. How are you?"
You can click on this audio button again to hear them repeat the question.
"Hello. How are you?"
Click on the best answer to the question.
"I'm good, thanks, Lisa. How about you?"
Once you have completed the questions, you'll see a summary of your score and also the dialogue that was read. If you reach the end of an activity, you can select a new activity from the navigation, or you could also scroll through the slides to repeat any other activities. You could also exit by clicking the X button in the top right corner of the window. Let's look at more activities by clicking on this button here in the navigation bar. After reading the instructions, I'll progress to this next activity. Here you see a question, and the instructions ask, what's another way to ask the question? So click with the mouse and drag the answer. When you're done answering all of these questions, you can progress to the next slide. On these slides, we want to hit the play button to hear dialogue, and then choose the questions that we hear them read.
Now it's time for my favorite.
So as we listen to the dialogue, you want to click on these arrows and click on the questions that we hear them ask. When you've answered all of the questions, you can scroll down and click Check Answers to see how you did. Highlight each answer with the mouse to see what the answer should be. Then progress to the next slide. On this slide, we want to answer additional questions about the dialogue we just heard. We can replay the dialogue by clicking on this audio button here. Click on these boxes in order to answer the questions. Scroll down to answer all questions and click on Check Answers when you're done. This will show you which ones you got right or incorrect. Clicking on More will show you more information about the answers. When you're done reviewing your work, you could progress to the next slide. Let's look at the next activity. After reading these instructions, I'll progress to the next slide. The instructions are asking us to review these questions before we proceed. Over here, it says the question that we want to read and record. So I'm going to click this red record button and then read it out loud. What's your last name? I click stop when I'm finished recording. I could click this button to hear myself read the question. After hearing myself read the question, I could click on this icon to hear the answer. So let's now answer the question we just asked the lesson. When you're done answering all questions, click on this Check Answers button. On this next slide, first we're going to play the audio to listen to a question. We can click on these I and M icons for ideas on how to answer. When ready, click this red record button so we could record ourselves answering the question. My last name is Blumenthal. Then click stop when we're finished answering, and we could hear ourselves answer by clicking on this play button here. When ready, click on the button for the next question. Then click to hear them read it. Repeat to answer all additional questions. After answering all questions, proceed to the next slide. And you'll be able to play each of the questions and answers that you've heard. When finished reviewing, go to the next slide. That's the end of this activity. You can replay activities by clicking on the navigation buttons here on the left side. Or exit anytime by Xing out.